Welcome back. It was a memorable weekend for the Baker football team. Alex Dingman has more.
The Baker University football team gathered together last Sunday for the selection show to find out if they'd be playing in the national tournament. Coach Mike Grossner was confident his team had done enough.
We felt pretty comfortable if we beat Avila, enough things would happen that we'd get in. We kind of sold that point all week to the kids, you know, because we were coming off a tough loss, and there was a big gray area, not knowing if we had a chance in the postseason, where we would end up. We were 16.
The pieces fell together over the weekend for the Cats to move on.
Hosting Northwest Oklahoma State and Baker traveling to Morningside.
The way it panned out is I didn't think it happened perfect for us, but it really did. 11 got beat, 12 got beat, 13 got beat, and 14 got beat on Saturday, and which then put us in, where are they going to put us? And what ended up, we ended up number 13, and we were 1 vote or 1 point out of number 12, and if we had ended up 12th, I think we would have played a little closer to home. I think the matchup probably would have been Friends University and us.
Defensive tackle Levi Calhoun was up early anticipating the news.
Well, we didn't know for sure until I think the coaches poll came out about 11:30, and I was on my computer. I was really, worried about it and looking at it, and I noticed the coaches poll came out. We were at 13, and top 16 teams go, so I figured we were pretty much in. I was listening to the show before I went because I started at 12, so I was fairly sure that we were in for sure. I just really wanted to know who we were going to play.
Offensive lineman Phil Collins feels fortunate to be in this position.
To be honest, I never really thought that I'd be at this position this early and be able to play for a national championship going into playoffs. So it's amazing to me.
Baker nurse Ruth Sarna, one of the football team's biggest fans, had some kind words for the team.
How many games we got to do? 4. Let me hear it. 4. All right. Now, I am so excited. Can you tell?
After the announcement, Grossner gave the Avila game ball to Levi Calhoun.
12 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1.5 tackles for loss, a half a sack. Levi Calhoun.
The Cats were heavily favored against Avila, but treated them like any other opponent.
No, we weren't worried, but we had to, try to make sure that we didn't overlook them because, as you know, upsets happen all the time. So we definitely were not overlooking them at all. We were making sure that we knew we had to make a statement for the polls, the coaches' polls, so we could get in that top 16, make the playoffs, and I think we went out there and took care of business like we needed to.
Collins knew losing to the Eagles wasn't an option.
But it's really different going from, especially playing Missouri Valley and Mid-America the last 2 games where they're going to come out just, being one of the 2 top teams in the conference, let alone the nation. But going from that to Avila, you still got to keep it up considering the fact that, this game, our postseason relied on that game. It was either make or break, and the fact, that alone I think did it for us, just knowing that we had to win that game.
Grossner likes where his team is at going into the national tournament.
We got the job done. Everything else happened for us. Now it's a new season. So, that's one thing about this football team. They've stayed pretty focused. I think we've had probably 2 bad halves of football all year. And other than that, they've remained focused and took care of business.
Collins believes playing in the HAC has prepared the Cats to take on any opponent.
Mainly like Missouri Valley, Lindenwood, and Mid-America, when you go up against those defensive lines, it helps out a lot. I think we've seen some of the best in the nation.
Calhoun feels that BU can beat anyone.
I think that with our offense playing the way it is and our defense performing, I think we can compete with anybody in the nation, so I'm excited going into the playoffs.
Grossner isn't afraid to play on the road.
I like our football team. I like how we play on the road. Tennessee Martin, that was a tough environment. We played well at times, but I think that helped us. And then throughout the year, we've played well on the road. And this group likes each other. They care for each other, and we're ready to go.
This has been Alex Dingman for KNBU-TV.
Thanks for that, Alex.
It was also a memorable weekend for the Baker men's soccer team. They're the HAC champions. Congrats to them. Chris Smith checked out the team and their accomplishments from the weekend. Here's more.
Right here at Liston Stadium, history could be made as the Baker Wildcats soccer team hosts the Park University Pirates in the opening round of the national tournament. The road was long and littered with obstacles, but the Baker boys are ready for glory. Part 2. Glory Part 1 came just last week when the team defeated the 2006 national champion Graceland University in a hostile Iowa environment for the conference title. It was the perfect revenge after a devastating semifinal road loss to the Yellow Jackets this time last year.
I think it took a lot for us to go on the road and all 3 victories, just battle it out and grind it out. I think it showed a lot about our character.
The 2008 Heart of America Athletic Conference champions have endured much in their time at Baker, especially the seniors, who have been through 3 head coaches since they were freshmen, as well as had to deal with the loss of impact players who transferred to follow the departing coaches.
And I think definitely with winning this year, it really helped us a lot to establish the old Baker. With all the alumni coming out, you can really get a feeling of how old Baker is and how it's going to be from now on.
This year, under Baker soccer icon Nate Hauser, with the assistance of 2 members of Baker soccer's program who has made national tournament appearances themselves, Davey Phillips and Blake Reynolds, the team has their old school swagger back and a conference title to back it up. Nearly 4 months ago in preseason training camp, the team said they believed they had the potential to win a national championship. That vision is significantly closer to being fulfilled as they posted a 16-win season and reached as high as number 6 in the national polls.
Going to the national championship means everything. I mean, our goal before season was to go to the national championship and win a game in there because no bigger team has. So now that we've given our chances the opportunity to complete our goal, I mean, it's everything to our team.
The team's next test comes against the Park University Pirates Saturday night under the lights at Liston Stadium. In their previous matchup, the teams tied 0-0, but Baker was forced to play a man down after being issued a red card. The team feels if they keep playing like one of the top teams in the country and have enough support from Baker students, they can once again prevail and move on in the national tournament.
We hope to have a bunch of fans there. The fans really helped us out in the Graceland game, so we feel that if we get a good amount of fans, they'll help us lead us to victory.
If the Wildcats can claw the Pirates on Saturday, the team will travel to sunny Fresno, California for the remaining rounds in the national tournament. From Liston Stadium, Chris Smith, KNBU-TV.
Thanks, Chris.
Stay tuned for more sports right after this.